Now, as I said, creating this second level and doing all these things just adds to more and more problems. But I think we're doing pretty well now. If I hit the green flag, we go back to the starting level, and again we can go and play the game again. So I think we're doing pretty well here. As a next step, it would be really nice if we could maybe add another sprite in and see how we could interact between two different sprites. Well, I'd like to make this game a little bit more horrible, so why don't we have it so that we have a sprite that maybe bounces up and down on the screen, and if your car touches it at all, then you lose the game as well. Seems particularly mean, doesn't it? But let's give it a go. So I'm going to say, let's go and create a new sprite then. So I'm going to have a new sprite, and this new sprite I can go and paint myself. So what would I like to be bouncing around the screen? It could be a fly, it could be a dinosaur, I don't know. The alternative of me drawing my own is I can go to this choice here, which is choose new sprite from file. The nice thing about this is Scratch comes with loads of cool stuff already built into it. We can go look in the fantasy section, maybe I'll have a dragon. Be careful about using the ones with scripts already built in. Worth playing around with at another time, particularly the unicorn. But for now, I'm going to recommend that we just go and use something a bit weird and wonderful without those kind of things built in. Well, let's be a bit odd and let's go with a snowman. That will make no sense at all, so that seems sensible to me. So I've got this snowman now, and what I'd like the snowman to do is maybe move back and forth across the screen. To do that, I'm going to say, notice that all my scripts appear to have disappeared because I'm coding a completely different set of scripts to what is on my car. So I'm going to say, well, with my snowman, when clicked, so whenever the green flag is clicked, forever, so I'd like this to forever happen. Notice I'm not using forever if here, because I just want it to forever bounce back and forth, back and forth. I'm going to go and use that. So I'm going to go and say forever. So it's not conditional or anything, I just always want it to do it. I'm going to tell it to move. Now, I'd like it to move 10 steps forward. And let's just see what happens when I hit the green flag. Well, our snowman just moves to the right hand side off the screen. Well, I was actually going to make him move up and down, but just to save things getting complicated now, let's just make him bounce from left to right. So I'm going to stop running that now and just drag my snowman back to around the centre of the screen. Why didn't I say forever move 10 steps? But I can also use another bit of code, which is this: if on edge bounce. So if I just drag that in to here, and we see what happens now. Well, that's quite a quick way of making something move from one side of the screen to the other. Now you'll notice that if on edge bounce is making my snowman appear upside down occasionally, which you may not like the idea of. There is a bit of a cheeky way to fix this, which is using one of these buttons up here. This says it can only face left and right, this says it can rotate in any direction, and this says it doesn't rotate at all. So if I press that button there, you'll notice that it will always stay facing upright, which is what I'm going to stick with for now. Pretty irritating that it keeps bouncing, so I'm going to hit the stop button just to stop it for a second. So what I'm going to do next is see if we can make it so when we hit the car something happens.